welcome back to my Minecraft city. Today, episode 5, we're going to be finishing off the airport build, and we're going to start with the runway and the outside and work our way towards the insides. So from your top left hand corner of your grid, we need to get some grey concrete and some white concrete. So from the corner, we're going to put in grey concrete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if we go back to the end, we're going to turn this end line into grey concrete, then we're going to do a line of white concrete, grey concrete, white concrete, and grey concrete. And we're going to do this all the way to the end where we finished off the 13 grey concretes. So if you've got the right number, we should end up with grey concrete on the end. So now we've done that, what we're going to do is we're just going to empty out the whole line over to your other side of your grid, which should be the other side of your airport. So every single brick we're going to take out where we'd lined the grey and the white concrete. So now all the bricks are broken in that area of the runway. We want to, on the back corner, back line even, we need to put a row of grey concrete. Now we do need to put rows of grey concrete everywhere where there's grey concrete at the lines we did at the end. So where there's the grey concretes, we just want to extend these all the way along. So every other line is a grey concrete. We just want to extend this all the way along the runway. Now all our lines are done, we want to make these white lines a bit bigger. So we want to add on from this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think this looks about right. If we go up and have a look, it looks about right. So we're going to extend all of the white lines out to the same level as that one. We're going to add a line of concrete across the grey concrete across the top. And this is what it should look like. We're going to have a look at doing the number now. So if we add another row of grey concrete, so that's 2 rows of grey concrete after the stripes. And I think I'm going to do an easy number. I'll just do 37, but you can do any number that you want to do. I actually did read up about why numbers are on runways, and it's to do with what direction they're heading. So if you're runway 36, it means you're moving north, apparently. And if you're runway number 9, then you're heading east, 90 degrees on the compass. Didn't know that. Right, so if we start with the number 3, like I said, you could do any number you want. I just thought number 37 would probably be the easiest. So we'll start with a 7. So if I go 1, 2, 3 white, and then come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's number 7. Then we'll do a number 3 on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure if that's going to work out. We haven't got a middle point. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make that 1 smaller because I don't think that looks right. So we'll just move the 7 down by 1 and then move the 3 down by 1. There we go, that looks much better. There we go, 37. So that's what your runway should look like so far. So in between the numbers, we just want to fill up all the spaces with grey. Same over here. And then we want above the numbers a line, 2 lines of grey concrete. So the centre line we've actually filled in grey, but some of this will need to be white because we want this sort of the middle line of the runway. But the rest of them we can fill in grey concrete. So all of these empty lines either side of the middle can be changed, but this middle line will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So say 5 white, and then we'll go, we'll fill in the others. So all the others need to be grey apart from this middle one. I think we're going to go 5 white, 5 grey, 5 white, 5 grey. So once we get to the end here, what I'm going to do is we're going to leave with the middle, we're going to leave 5 dark grey, and then just right to the end, apart from the very end one, we're going to do white. So here we're going to do lines just like we did the other side. Actually, that won't make sense. So where that white line would be, we need to start doing the white lines, if that makes sense. So yeah, the middle line will be grey, and then all of these others will be white, so you've just got stripes. Hopefully I've explained that well enough for you to understand. So all of these will be white, and then apart from the last, and then we're going to fill that in with grey. Yeah, so the rest of this can be filled in with grey all the way to the end, and you'll see how it looks at the end. So this should be your end product. The runway is complete. Let me just set it today and turn the weather off so you can see clearly what this looks like. So that's the end of the runway, and then we've got the other end, which actually looks like an LE the other way around. So now we're going to look at doing the rest of the floor. So we don't want to do this the same colour as the runway. So depending on your texture pack, you might want to do a light grey or a light grey concrete, a clay, sort of any sort of grey colour that's not going to clash with the building, the white or the runway. So I'm not sure if I like that colour, but this is going to be a boring bit, so I'll come back to you in a minute when all of this is done. So I'm done. So I've put in the rest of the flooring on the outside, and I put a grass patch that extends most of the runway except for a little bit at the end, and just surrounded it with stone brick slabs, and even built a plane there as well. So like I said in the first video, I'm not showing you how to build the plane, but I will put a link in the description so you can build it there if you want to. I did find when I was building this plane that this area was a bit too small, so I've just moved the runway back by 8 spaces. So if you wanted to do that, you can do that, because I wanted to fit this plane in. So yeah, the runway's been just moved back by 8 spaces. I even made a copy of that plane once I'd built it and put it in the sky. So that one is coming into land. And I put some glass blocks so it looked like it was flying behind it. Anyway, enough of that, back to the build. So we're going to start now on the inside of the airport, and we need to start lighting up the place. So when we put the ceiling on, we did only put one layer on. There is enough space for a second layer, so the lights can go inside of the ceiling. So I'll show you basically what we're going to do, and you need to do this all around your building. I'm not going to show you me doing all of it because that's pretty boring, but I'll just show you the basics of what you need to do. So we need some sea lanterns and we need some white concrete, and we just want to start in the corner, and I tend to do like 5 spaces and then a sea lantern, 5 spaces and then a sea lantern, and then everything in between the sea lanterns is just going to be white concrete. So I'm going to leave that here and let you do that all on the bottom floor of your build. So I've done the ceiling. I'm going to go into this staircase and start building the stairs down. So we just need to quarter stairs from the second floor and build them down to the ground. So this is in the little doorway on the left hand side. This will go up to the second floor where duty free will be. And now we just need to dig out all of the floor and fill it in with white concrete. Again, this is a long time consuming job, so I'll let you do that and come back to you in a minute. You want to do the whole of the bottom floor in white concrete. See you in a minute. So I've just realised that I didn't record how to make the very start of this checkout area. So what I've done is I've just made a clone of it in a different place of just that section, just so I can show you that, and then join it back up with the rest of the video, so you're not missing anything. So this is just the little clone area that I've made. So this is where you walk in the front doors. At the very end of that big square bit, we want to come to the corner and we want to build up with a gap in the middle. Then we want a 2 and then a gap, 2 gap, and then 2 concrete, 2 gap, 2 concrete, 2 gap, 2 concrete, and we want that all the way along. So then we want to build up on top of these bricks 2 and then across, so we've got little doorways like this. We want to do that all the way across, so 2 up, across, and then fill in, 2 up, across, and then fill in. We want to do that all the way across, and then once we've done that, we just fill the rest in up to the ceiling. So now we just want to fill the rest in all the way up to the ceiling. So now we want to go in behind this wall, and along the floor we just want to take out all of this along the back and replace it with black concrete. So all the way along the back. This is going to be the conveyor belt that takes all the luggage away. So all of this just needs to be black concrete. And then in the gap, And in the gaps here, oh, let me just finish that off. Okay, and in the gaps here, we just want to go 1, 2, 3. Oops, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And we want to do that in all of the gaps. So it should look like this. So we can go back to where my video left off in the main building. So at this end, we want to grab some rail and some powered rail, and we want to start putting some down. Now every couple we want to dig down. I don't think that's going to work. I think we need a redstone torch. Let's just try that. No, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, so underneath the black concrete, we want to, every so often, it's up to you how quickly you want these to go, we want to dig down 1, 2, and then place a redstone torch, put the black concrete on top, and then put a powered rail on top. So we just want to put the rail all the way around, like I say, and then every now and again just put a powered rail with your redstone torch underneath. So that's our tracks done for our check-in desks. Now we want to get some stairs, I think some quartz stairs, and we want to put these stairs upside down next to the black concrete that's in the floor with the railings in. So we'll just get some bits together. So we're going to put down some upside down quartz stairs here. I'm going to put one there, and then delete that one. And then we need a trapdoor. We could pop the trapdoor on the end here, and that's so they can get in and out. And then we want to put these next everywhere, so all of them upside down. So this is what it should look like now. You've got all the checkout desks there. You've got the runways where the luggage will go, and now we're going to build where the monitors and the signs are going to go. So directly above the check-in desks, we want to add 2 rows of white concrete all the way along to the other end. So in this area, we're just going to stick some sea lanterns periodically, probably over where the check-in desk is, level with that. And we'll do that all the way along, just to light up that area a bit. So now we can put the screens up above the checkout desks. So I'm going to put these screens above the railings, I think. And in this texture pack I've got one that looks a bit like a computer screen, so I think I'll use that one. I'm going to do that all the way along where the railings are. So this is what it should look like once you've put all your paintings up there, or screens. Right, okay. So to me, I want to improve this a bit. You guys can keep this how if you want it to look like this, but I think I'm going to improve this a bit. So I'm just going to remove that brick and get the white concrete back out. And I'm going to remove this and add white concrete. And then I am going to, I think, block that up. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this 3 wide rather than 2 wide. So I'm going to put a trapdoor just there. I'll move these paintings along. And we're going to, I think we're just going to move everything along one. So like I said, you can keep yours like that if you want to, but I think this way is going to look a little bit better. So what I want to try and create is quartz stair, trapdoor, quartz stair, because at the minute people would have to walk over the rails. I know it's not real, people don't actually go there, but to make it as realistic as possible, the check-in staff wouldn't climb over the baggage area normally. So we're going to try and make it like this. So quartz stair, trapdoor, quartz stair. So I'm just going to change that over and move everything along. Sorry if I confused you guys a bit, but I do think this is going to look so much better. We'll see in a minute. this end bit now, I'm just going to remove that trapdoor and add another gap here to connect it with the rails. Right, so if I come to the front, there you go, you can see now I think it looks a lot better. So I just need to move these paintings to be in line with the railings again. So as you can see, we're now all three across. So now I think it's time to do some banners. So we're going to do the banners to represent the airports. Now a couple of popular-ish ones in the UK, although I don't know if they've gone bust now, but definitely Virgin hasn't. I'm not sure about TUI. But yeah, we'll start with TUI. I've got a blue banner and red dye. I'm just going to do TUI. I have got a tutorial on banners, so check that out to show you how to do your letters. So I'm just going to put TUI just here and maybe next to it here, because normally they've got a few checkout desks that are for the same company. So I think we'll do a couple of EasyJet and then we'll do quite a few of them Virgin, because Virgin are usually the dominant brand when you go into an airport. Well, at least in the UK they are. Now I'm going to do an EasyJet banner. So we've got orange banner, white dye. And we're just going to do an E, I think. So white line in the middle, white line at the top, white line at the bottom, and a white line at the end. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to get some orange dye. And we're going to put a border around the E just to make it stand out a bit more. There you go. And I'm going to put that up here. So what I'm going to do with here is I'm just going to do E, just a plain orange and an E. We'll do that on a couple here as well. And then the next one I'm going to do is Virgin. I'm going to fill the rest of the area. So we're going to need some red dye, red banners even. Red dye, white dye. And then we're just going to put the red banner in. And we're going to do a white line straight down the left and a diagonal line. And I don't know whether to put a border on it or not. Do we leave it like that or put a border on? I think I'm gonna, let's get some red dye. Let's put a border around it and see what it looks like. Yeah, we'll go with a border around it. So then Virgin, we're going to do the same as the EasyJet ones. We're going to put a V, a blank one in the middle. So V, V, blank, red banner in between. And that's your signs for your airlines. So we can get rid of this loom now. So we just need some red, blue and orange carpet now and some fences, and we're going to create the lines. So you know in an airport you'll queue in an orderly line around some sort of taped off queuing area. So we're going to do that. We'll just put this carpet on the front of where the TUI is. Yeah, right to the end of where the TUI sign is. And then, yeah, what we want to do is put some oak fence to create a queue line. So put it all the way across here. And then we want to let's create it to there, get rid of that one. And then we need to work our way back. So it's kind of going to be in a zigzag pattern where everyone can queue. So we'll do that just before the wall, and then we'll bring one back to connect it. And then once we've done this, we're going to add carpet in between the two fences as well. So they go in here and they go zigzaggy round. Let's put the carpet in. Actually, we'll put the entrance here, and so we'll put the carpet around the zigzaggy queue line. And we're going to do the same for the others as well. So with EasyJet, we're going to put an EasyJet carpet, orange carpet, and then with Virgin, we're going to put a red carpet. So this is what you should be left with. So every area's got a queue line. So while I'm here, I'm just going to fix the railings that I messed up earlier. Right, so now we're going to do, I think, the best thing. Oh, let me just fill that in. I think that what we're going to do now is we're going to do a security check area where they've got the metal detectors that you go through and you put your hand luggage on. So we're going to do that here. So we'll put some fencing along here because we're going to make this a queue line as well. And that gap's left open at the end there. So we're going to do this one from the wall to the other wall minus a gap. And then one more fence there to the end minus a gap. And then I think what we'll do is we'll grab some carpet. We'll go for a grey or black grey. And we'll put that down where the line is. So I think we'll start this end and we'll put one away from the carpet. We want 2 trapdoors. Then we want 2 trapdoors on this side as well. I think I need to crouch to try and do this. So you want the trapdoor on top of this trapdoor. And what we're trying to make is like this metal detector type thing. If you get the trapdoors on right, then they will go, one will go on top of the other, like that. There we go. And then we need one across the top, another one across the top. There you go. So that's one of your metal detectors. I'm going to have one on the other side as well. So level with this one on the other side. But I think first we'll do, if we use some granite slabs and some barrels. So in this texture pack, these barrels look quite good. They look like cupboards. So we're going to do space, barrel, barrel, and then a quartz stair on that side. No, we might have to move it along. So if we put a two slabs there, and then we'll put the trapdoors closer together to make a smaller scanner. There you go. That's better. So that looks more equal now. So we've got a barrel and a barrel, and then these granite slabs will come out by another 3, maybe 4. Yep. And then we really need to put trapdoors on the side of these to look like where your bags go through. It's scanning your bags. And that goes there, and then you should be able to get a trapdoor on top of that as well, like that. And then on the opposite side of this barrel, we want the same again. So we want some granite slabs. Obviously, you can use whatever slab you think is right for your texture pack. Let's put another 2 barrels and a staircase there, and we'll put granite slabs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll put the trapdoors to make the little scanner on the side. Oops. There and there, level with the other side, and then one on top, if I can. There you go. And then we need another full body scanner thing over here. Should really find out what they're actually called, but metal detector scanner, body scanner, whatever they're called. So that goes there, and then again, like the other one, the 2 trapdoors on top to make this little scan area. So yeah, we'll join up them in the middle, because normally when they come round there is like a bit where you can collect your baggage. So that's your scanner area. We'll put some carpet along here as well, just so it goes all the way to the last scanner. Can't put one in between. And that's your I think it's passport control scanner area before you go onto your flight. So next, past the scanner area, in this corner, we're going to build some toilets. But first I'm going to quickly fill in my floor. You should have done this already. So from this corner edge, we're going to build a wall across. So we'll build that all the way across and then down the other side. And this is going to be an area that we're blocking off for toilets and to get to the luggage area. So we'll make a gap just there and fill all the rest of it in, apart from a small doorway to get into the corridor for the toilets and the luggage store. So along here we'll build a wall here as well. We'll leave a gap for the door. So in this area we're going to start making the toilet. So from the edge of where that doorway is, we're going to put a wall all the way along. So this is where the toilets are going to be. So we will put this wall all the way along in a straight line across here, and then this bit to the left is going to be our sort of corridor area. Yeah, so we'll just build that up. That needs to be a completely solid wall, and we'll find somewhere for the doors as well. Try and count the centre points. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the centre point is going to be around 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So around there. I think one room is going to be sort of one brick bigger than the other. 7. 1. Just there. So yeah, one's going to be slightly bigger than the other, but only by about 1 brick. So we're going to build this centre wall up. This is going to be the men's toilets and the women's toilets. If you find that you're going to hide one of your lights, just move it along one. So that there's one in either room. So now we're just going to fill in the rest of this wall. I think we're going to put a door about there. And then we'll fill the rest in minus the door space. Same on the other side. Door can pretty much be where you want it to be. But we'll do the inside of the toilets as well. So we'll put the door about there. And we'll fill in that wall completely. So I think this door here, we're going to put an iron door. And we'll get a pressure plate. And we'll put one of them in front of that. So that when you walk on it, it'll open the door. And we'll put a pressure plate just there. On the other side of the door. So that that will open and we can go through. And then on the toilet doors, we'll just put a jungle door on both of them. And maybe we'll put a jungle door on here too. So that's it. That's that wall made into the corridors for the toilets. And this is going to be the girls' toilets. So in the corner of this room, we're going to put a hopper. And we're going to put a iron trapdoor on top of it. Then we're going to put a lever next to it. That's like the flush, but it does also take the lid up and down. Then we want to get some... What brick can we use? I want to use a brick for the walls. Actually, yeah, we'll go for the chisel quartz block. And we need some... Yeah, so next to where you put the lever, you want 3 high and 2, 3 wide. And then we go in and make a doorway. And then we need just to put a jungle door on that. So that's your first toilet. And then we'll do another hopper, another iron iron trapdoor on top with another lever. And then we'll put our chisel quartz block next to that, 3 high, 3 long and across, leaving a doorway again. And the jungle door on the front. And then this last toilet looks like it might be a bit bigger, so this could be like a disabled toilet. So we'll put the toilet again. And I think what we'll put in here is we'll just put a wall across the front here. And maybe put a cauldron in the corner as hand washing facilities in there. So what we want is we want cauldrons along here. We want trip wires above the cauldrons as taps, and then I think it's upside down quartz stairs for hand dryers. And then on top of them we want to put an iron trapdoor. like so. And that's that. I think what I want to try and go for is we'll put some water in a couple of the sinks. But I think also in this texture pack I have something that looks a bit like a mirror. So I think I might put some mirrors in here as well, but we'll see. So in here, let's get some item frames and any white block, like white concrete or something. We could put the item frames just here, and that can be like our toilet roll. So just the white block in there, and then you've got your toilet roll there. We'll do that in all of them as well. So item frame, white concrete, and then the same in here. Item frame. I think we'll put it there. And then we'll pop the cauldron in here as well with the tripwire. So cauldron here and a tripwire for the tap. Yeah, so like I said, I've got some paintings that look a bit like a mirror. So I'm just going to see what that looks like. We'll put a mirror. Oh, we'll put a painting there. One over there. Make it look a bit less dull. And then see if we can put a mirror. Nope. I think I'm going to have to block it off a bit. Until I find this mirror painting type thing. There you go. I'll put two across there. There we go. I hate putting paintings up, like, because I sometimes feel like you're there forever clicking through ones to see what you can get. So I thought I'd put a mirror by the door as well, because it goes, there you go. Maybe a bit lower. There you go. Cool. So that's the ladies' room. The men's room, I'm going to do exactly the same, so I will skip this and let you get on with that. So I've done the men's toilet slightly different. I've still done that over there, but I've put the cauldrons on the other side, and I've put what kind of tried to make urinals as well. So now the corridor, I think want to try and spruce that up a bit, put a few paintings around that as well before we go on to the next area. So I'm just going to put some random paintings up just to make the area look a bit less bland and boring. So now I want to make these toilet signs. So we need a white banner and pink dye. So we're going to do whole bottom half pink. And then we need some white dye. So let me go back in and get some white dye. White. We need pink. Let me get the pink back. So we put that banner back in and we put the white dye in, and we want to do a triangle at the bottom. Then we take that banner out, put the banner back in, put the pink dye in, and put a border around the edge. Then we take that banner out, put that banner back in, put the white dye in, and a line down. A white line down. Then we put the pink in, and we do the whole top half pink. Then we put that banner back in, we take out the pink dye and replace it for the white dye, and we do a dot. And that gives us our banner, female banner for the toilet. So we'll just put that up here somewhere. There. And then we want one over the top of the door of the girls' toilets as well. And then we'll do the male toilets as well. So we need similar stuff again, but we need a white banner and blue dye. So this one's done slightly different. So we have a blue banner and white dye. We need a white line all the way down the middle. We take that banner out. And just trying to remember how to do this male one. So we put the stripe banner back in. Then we need the white dye and we need a creeper charge. So we take that out. Put the creeper charge back in, do the whole top half blue. Put it back in, change the blue to the white and put the dot on top. That gives you the male one. So we'll just add that up next to that one and over the top of the door, just there. And that's that done. So now we've done them signs, we're going to have a look at starting to build a McDonald's in this corner. So from this door, if we go to this left-hand corner, and we need some dark grey bricks, I think, to start with. So with this grey brick, we're going to just put a line of them up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 3 across. So 2 from the corner, we want to put a line of grey, 2 lines of grey, 3 lines of grey. And then from here, we're going to add a counter of red. So we're going to put down next to the bottom grey block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to extend that all the way to the ceiling, and then from the top of the grey we're going to put 2 red bricks along the top to connect like this, and then at the side we're just going to add red all the way up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring it down and leave a doorway here so that the workers can get in. Another thing I suppose you could do is through where the toilet is, you could find where the gap is between there and put the doorway in there. That's an idea. So we need to do the sign and sort of like the internals. This is only like obviously a really small McDonald's because it's in an airport, but we're going to do like a seating area out here as well. So we've got some furnaces. We're going to put some furnaces just here. Just going to put a couple of barrels next to it as counter space. Then we've got a couple of item frames. We're just going to fill this back wall with item frames. So 6 or 8 frames there. And we're going to fill them in with different things like chicken. I'm sure we've got what looks like a burger in here somewhere. Bread. I am sure on this texture pack there is one that looks like a burger. So I found the one that looks like a burger. We're just going to fill a couple of them with burgers, a couple with chicken, and then more burgers and maybe some cooked salmon. Looks a bit like a pie, or even a flower pot for drinks. Yeah, milkshake. There you go. So that is simply the McDonald's. Now we have a look at getting the banner. So we need a loom and we need banners. So we need a red banner and a white banner. And we also need to have some dye, so red dye and white dye. So we're going to write the banner with the words McDonald's on. I'm not going to go through how to make the banner words. I do have a tutorial for this to help you out if you need help making these letters. But just in interest of time and getting these videos done and out there for you to watch, I'm not going to go through the letters with you. So that's McDonald's done, and that seems like a good way to end this video. Next video we're going to be doing a newsstand just here, the duty free, maybe the pub. Let's see what we can get in an hour's episode. All right. Well, see you next time. Subscribe and like to see the next video.